Is Super Rugby stagnant?
Or is it on life support?
Let's burn through that.
Hi, my name's Nick.
And I'm Dax, and welcome to the Coal Room.
Or the cold bedroom.
Yeah, we've been relegated to Nick's bedroom because they're going to be watching the Soccer World Cup later. Okay, Football World Cup. I know soccer annoys a lot of people.
Well, it is technically the FIFA World Cup. So
Well, it's the FIFA SWC. Everybody calls it
Soccer World Cup. Yeah.
Soccer World Cup,
There we
but everybody prefers football.
Well, it depends which country you're in.
Yeah, true.
But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about.
No, we're here to talk about the oval ball, which is rugby, and heartbreak for both of us. Our teams didn't perform very well this weekend.
No, not at all. I mean, Bulls losing to the Sunwolves, Stormers losing to the Sharks.
No, Stormers lost to the Jaguars.
Jaguars, sorry.
And the Sharks came from behind, beat the Lions, which opens up the top three for
anyone.
for the South African conference. Really, Brumbies shocked the Hurricanes, which was a shocker for us.
I feel like we just did badly this weekend.
I think we winged it too much.
We got one game right. Well, I'm going to call one game right because I picked the Jaguars over the Stormers.
Yeah, the Chiefs. We didn't pick the Chiefs to win.
No,
the Crusaders didn't play this weekend.
well, we just didn't pick anyone.
No, we didn't. It was bad.
Yeah.
I think you just get it with the Jaguars.
Yeah.
But which brought us to our discussion the other day about with the Bulls and the Stormers and actually all the South African teams, only 2 wins out of 20 away.
Well, let's clarify that away as being overseas.
Yeah, overseas. So we have
That includes New Zealand, Australia, Japan / Singapore / Hong Kong,
and then Buenos Aires.
and then Buenos Aires.
Yeah, so, and then we read an interesting article where it says, how does that bode for the Springboks when we do the Rugby Championship? Because we're going to be travelling to Australia and to New Zealand and to Buenos Aires.
And especially next year when the World Cup is in Japan.
Yeah,
It's not exactly home.
So it's kind of like they were saying, or the article was saying how it doesn't really bode well for us.
Yeah.
And I kind of, in a lot of ways, we both kind of agreed, but we also kind of said, well, look, it's a youngish looking squad. There's a lot of new, it's a new lookish kind of squad as well. There's a lot of positivity behind it because of the current way Russia's built the team at the present moment. Yes, we lost the last test, and I think there was combinations that didn't work and all that type of thing. But
Certain fly halves.
certain fly halves and that type of thing. But I mean, this year we're kind of using as a template year. Yes, we might not beat New Zealand in New Zealand, but I think we got a better chance this year of beating Australia in Australia, considering we lost the year before and then we drew last year.
Yeah, we lost, lost.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe Warren Whiteley is back in the fold now, so maybe having Khaleesi and Warren Whiteley
And
balance
Marks is
out.
back.
Marks is back as well.
Eben isn't back.
Yeah, another injury setback, but he's back this time. So maybe
He's not
having
going to play
those.
this weekend against the Sharks. So.
No, he won't be, and I don't think he's going to be even chanced for the Rugby Championship. He
Probably
might
not.
come back for the Curry Cup, and that's about it, and maybe end of year tour. But I think in the space that we're at, knowing that some of those bigger talents have come in. I mean, Robert de Preer had a really, really good game against the Lions. I mean, they did start off slow in the first half. I mean, Robert found his stride in the second half, was a better fly half than Yankees was, in my opinion.
Then a certain he should not be named.
Yeah, who we say should not be named, who in another article said we should put our arms around his shoulders and support him. No, sorry. A guy who can't assert himself after 26 tests over 4 years.
No. But I think the Bulls game, I did watch that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Put it this way, it was a boring match. I mean, I fell asleep for 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, it was an afternoon game.
Yeah, it was 1:30 kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't good rugby. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesse Creel scored 2 fantastic tries, but I mean, they were
It was
basically
balls.
interception and a charge down pretty much. So other than that, it just wasn't exciting. Sunwolves played decently. They were always threatening. And you know what, for the Bulls, that's not a good sign.
No.
But then again, always that first game back. Traditionally, South African teams don't do really well.
No.
So I think it's because they kind of switch off.
Yeah.
And John Mitchell was even saying that he had to drop a forward from the team because he
was
came back
unfit.
overweight. And
Yeah.
unfit.
Unfit. I mean, I looked at the Stormers squad as well. I mean, yes, they've been hampered by injuries, but they should have the depth of squad by now to cover for that. I mean, because we've all known that Stormers have a injury hoodoo
Yeah.
and all that type of stuff. But come now, I mean, straight out of Bok duty, Sia Khaleesi back, Peter Steph Toy back, Damien Dialendi back. You kind of go, come now.
Onto a 22
Volkolo,
flight.
Steven Kitsoff, Frans Malherbe, all those guys back and playing in Super Rugby when they should be rested. I mean, that leads to injuries.
Yeah. But I have to say that I felt that this weekend was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah,
I felt if we reflect back over the international series, there was hype and everything
Yeah,
like that.
it's just-
and
it's
now
just like
it's
me.
just like, there's Super Rugby we've got to go back to now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the most exciting part of the entire Super Rugby weekend was Perinara's try against the Brumbies. I mean, that was the one
Yeah.
where the Brumbies passed it in their own 5 metre and he just dived and scored the try. I mean, that was perfect timing. I mean, that to not be offside and just get there and score that try, that was amazing.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this lack of excitement just speaks to Super Rugby and
It's too long and it's too confusing. The conference system is not really working. We've been a lot of pundits and experts have said that it's not working. And Kieran Reid, who's back from injury for the Crusaders, he's going to be playing this weekend, which is going to be nice to see him back.
not so good for Springbok Rugby, but
No, but he actually said it should go back to a round robin.
back in Super 14, yeah.
Yeah, so just round robin. Everybody plays everybody once. You get drawn to play either away or home, and
Yeah.
that's it. And then
And it's
obviously the
strength
playoffs.
versus strength essentially,
Yeah.
and it doesn't fade. I mean, the conference system was
Yeah.
created because there was over a couple of seasons a dominance of New Zealand / South African teams in the finals.
Yeah, and another thing is as well, and this is why the round robin makes sense, is it actually makes games mean something.
Yeah, they're all kind of important. And I know there was this emphasis to try and draw crowds on like local derby matches, and that's why you play your conference people twice, home and away. But in reality, you're increasing the game time for players, and it's leading to more injuries and burnout and supporter burnout even.
Do you know what? Next year is a World Cup year, right? They should do that just for that season. See how it goes. See how attendance goes.
Well, they've already announced Super Rugby draw for next year, and while there's no international break, it's still the same format. So
Disappointing.
It's a
I mean-
long tournament, non-stop.
Yeah, it's from February all the way to July,
August, I think.
August.
Yeah.
Well, if they take away the international break week, it kind of moves the dates this way. So maybe end July, just the beginning
Yeah.
of August,
It's a long tournament.
and then the World Cup's in September.
September, October. I think early October. Yeah.
Yeesh. No, that's not
So
good.
it's
Because
a-
they're going to go straight into the Rugby Championship.
Oh, shortened rugby championship.
Yeah, but straight into the Rugby Championship as well, so no break. So the players are going to be, one, tired. I'm pretty certain there's going to be a massive injury concern next year,
Probably. Yeah.
which is really, really bad. But, having said that, I think we should go into our Super Brew picks for this week.
That's a bit awkward. I don't have my phone on me. So we know that the Stormers are playing the Sharks.
Yeah, let me go quickly grab my phone. You can do your brew.
5 hours later.
So,
Okay.
July 6th, which is Friday.
4 hours later.
Yeah, we got the Crusaders versus the Highlanders.
Crusaders.
Crusaders, definitely. Then we got the Reds versus Rebels.
Ooh, tough one. Rebels.
Yeah, I think Rebels in this one. I think they got a better contention of keeping their wild card spot.
Yeah.
But mathematically, the Bulls and the Sharks can steal it from them if they lose their matches.
This is true.
So we have
Actually,
to.
the Bulls are one of the few teams that managed to climb a log position after losing a game.
But let's.
Thank you, Stormers.
Okay, so for a chance of another South African team or a African conference team, we should actually say we want the Reds to beat the Rebels.
We want it, but it's not going to happen, and we're going with our heads because
Yeah, because we're smart.
yes,
Unlike last week.
although our heads didn't do much.
No.
One game.
One game. Chiefs versus Brumbies. I think
Chiefs.
the Chiefs are going to win this one. They played really, really well against
Yeah.
the Highlanders. Hurricanes versus Blues. Hurricanes. Waratahs versus Sunwolves.
Ooh. You know, it depends. If the Sunwolves of last week showed up, the Waratahs are going to have a run for their money, but I feel like the Waratahs would be more composed than the Bulls were.
Yeah.
So,
And plus the Waratahs are playing at home.
yeah,
So
I think it's going to go to the Waratahs.
it should go to the Waratahs. And then Bulls versus Jaguares.
In Pretoria, listen, both teams have travelled a lot.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tight. I'm going to go with the Bulls because it's Loftus, but not by much.
No, and altitude I think that should come into
Yeah.
effect. Bulls should see this one through, but Jaguares are on a 7-week winning streak.
Yeah, they're feeling strong and they know it, and I think travel for both teams is really going to.
Yeah, it's gonna do its business. Stormers versus Sharks. Okay, you know what? The Stormer season has ended officially. There's no way they're going to get into the playoffs. They're going to finish near the bottom of the log. I actually have, in terms as a Stormers fan, have written off the season as a learning experience.
So Sharks it is.
Sharks it is, unfortunately, on this one. I have to go with my head because
Last week.
it didn't go my way last week, and I think to get the Shark, I think we need another South African team in the playoffs. So the Sharks, I think, is just gonna be the stronger team on the day.
Yeah. So that's our picks. We didn't really do scores, but hey, you know what? We're at the point in the season where it's a bit hard to predict that.
Yeah, and we cutting everything short and keeping things tight because of his prior arrangement.
So yeah, sorry for that. I did invite you guys.
That's fine. Not much of a football fan anyway. But please like, comment, and subscribe.
And yeah, leave anything you want to say behind. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and hit the bell icon so we can notify you when the video's up.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cheers.